Welcome in, bitches. Double D's and dumb theories.
We're two best friends dive into true crime, conspiracies, and everything in between.
No mystery too dark and no theory too dumb.
With that being said, let's have some fun.
Bitches.
Okay, so the thing that I wanted to tell you or ask you about is if you know the difference between a graveyard and a cemetery.
No, not
A,
really. Like,
a graveyard is connected to a church, a cemetery is not.
mhm, that's crazy.
Isn't that weird though? Because I always thought that the words were just like interchangeable.
Yeah, you would think.
Um, They are not, and that's the difference. And I've known that for a really long time. I'm surprised I've never told you.
Yeah, that's crazy. You would think that it would be the same thing.
I'm trying not to yerp in this episode.
Erp. Um, have you seen too that like with a, or I guess it would, you said which one's not connected to a church? A cemetery?
Yeah.
Um, if you have so many bodies buried on your property, then it's considered a cemetery and it's like a tax write-off, I think. There's something about bodies being buried on your property and then you can consider it a cemetery
I'll
and
pay
it be
taxes.
like a tax write-off.
I'll
Right.
I'll choose the taxes this time, actually. Charge me more to not have the cemetery, actually. I don't care.
Right. Charge me more to not have that on my property, please and
What's
thank
the
you.
number?
For what?
Like how many bodies?
I don't know. I don't know exactly. Let me see if I can find it.
I don't want to Google how many bodies can you have buried on your property. That would for sure put me on a list.
Right?
How do I Google this?
It's the way you have to Google
Can
it.
my house
Okay.
be
Okay.
considered a cemetery?
So it says like simply burying a family member in a backyard doesn't automatically exempt the entire property from taxes, but it has to be like exclusively used for like burial purposes.
No, I'm good.
So the exemption does not apply if the property also serves as a residence or a business. So you can't live there. But you can have a property that's designated for
It's okay.
burial purposes.
We could just hold a church service in my house once a week and not pay taxes that way.
Right?
I think that's fucking
Yeah,
insane, and I think churches should have to pay tax.
right. Did you see the girl who
Mhm.
maybe it's more
Mhm.
so mine, but she called a bunch of churches saying that her baby was hungry, and
mhm.
all of them, except for one, was like, "Yeah, no, we can't help you
Mhm.
unless you want to be a member of the church and give us money." Like
Damn.
what? Right.
Fucking Christians.
Literally.
Um, I bet the Satanic Church would have helped. I don't know if I
I
saw
think
her.
she called.
I
I
yeah
think she called a couple of them, and they
I
helped.
yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
Right.
Yeah, well,
Yeah. I think
uh,
she called other churches, and other ones helped except for like the Christian-based churches.
she could probably also call the local bar down the street or like tattoo shops or anything that, Christians see as bad. And I guarantee they would
Right.
probably help before as well, before the Christian church would. And
She could
uh,
probably call the abortion clinic and ask them, and they would give it to her.
for sure. for sure.
It's not funny, but
100%.
it's like
It's a little bit funny.
seriously, like really, come on.
Hmm. It's a facade for them to
More
act
power to
however they
you.
want.
Right. Crazy.
All right.
Crazy.
I had another thing. I don't remember what it was.
I have one. Do you think that you could get through like Jigsaw, the Saw movies?
Which
Do you
one?
think you could
Which one?
it any of them?
I have a fun fact for you on that too. Um, Saw 2, absolutely not. Saw
The Needle
3,
Pit?
the fucking needle pit. Have you do you know what happened with the needle pit?
Yeah, she actually got stuck with needles, right?
So
Like in the actual filming of it.
when they made the fucking needle pit, instead of buying needleless syringes,
Hmm.
they bought syringes, and the fucking crew had to sit there and pop the needle out of the syringe to make that. Which is like, one, why wouldn't you just buy the ones that don't have needles? Two, why would you? So some of them fell in, is what it was. So they literally had to
Right.
dig a needle out of a syringe stack.
Right.
But like, why would they open them next to the pit? Why wouldn't you be deneedling far away from the pit?
Right. Right.
So Saw 2, absolutely not. The fucking eyeball scene.
I can't do anything with eyeball. No
Uh-uh.
thanks. Where you have to
I
cut
feel
it and
like,
get the key out, right?
yeah, mm-hmm.
Yeah, no. Mm-mm. I wouldn't make that one.
We just watched Saw 3 too, and I don't remember what happened in that one, but I remember thinking, oh, this one's not nearly as bad as Saw 2.
Right.
So, like, maybe that
What's
one.
what's the one where it might be three or four, but is it the cop that's like fighting somebody and then they like lay down in that glass thing and the guy didn't want to do it because he thought that that was the trap, but it was actually like the way to survive? So you had to like lay down in this like glass coffin and then it saved you essentially from whatever happened. I think that like the walls closed together or something like that.
I don't remember.
Let me see.
Oh no. The rib one, I might be able to do.
I don't know that I would be able to do the bear trap. Maybe.
How did you get, like, how did they get out of the bear trap?
Did they get out? It's so it's a reverse bear trap where I think that's the one where they had to get the key out of the eye
Yeah, it
and
is. Yeah, it
unlock
is.
it
It is.
from the back because then it would, yeah, that one. Um the one, oh, it's the not the laser collars.
No.
All of them are just crazy.
On that same hand though, I don't think that there's
Oh,
a
it's the ice block trap.
which one was that?
So it looks like it fills up with water, but it doesn't. Like it's like you have to lay in the ice block. And then it put him below the floor, and then the walls closed together and killed the dude. Killed whoever was.
I don't know if I've seen that one actually.
No, that one is in, which one is that one in? Is it Saw 5?
Oh yeah, no, I have not seen that.
Okay.
I stopped at 3.
I stopped at 3. The razor wire maze. Maze.
See, like, I would like to think that I could probably get through that, but let's be honest.
Right. I feel like there is some where you could get through because it would be like, okay, seriously, like all you had to do was follow the fucking rules. Um, Two though is they had to get through it all together though, didn't they? To make
Yeah,
it to make it to the end because then they had to put their hands in the things and it cut their hands in half because they had to fill it up with so much blood.
I don't know. I don't know if that's worse or the scene from the first Terrifier.
Oh,
There it is. At least that will
yeah.
fucking kill you eventually.
Yeah.
It
I
just,
think getting cut in half from vagine to skull, that's
I mean, like objectively, that's worse. But the thought of
right, it going through, it's like the
the
biggest paper
webbing,
cut of your life. Yep.
yeah, that fucks me up.
Yeah, no thanks. And it's in half this way, like at least not in half that way.
I'd
Yeah,
rather them
ouch.
just cut my fucking hands off.
Yeah. Not cut it in
Yeah, no, cut me off at the elbow. Honestly,
right.
would you rather lose an arm or a leg?
A leg.
Agreed.
A
Prosthetic
leg
legs, I feel like have come a lot farther from, or like, yeah, have come a lot further than
and
prosthetic
arms.
arms.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's that they've come a lot further, it's that you don't do nearly as much with your toes than you do your fingers.
Like it's I don't know.
Ugh.
I feel like it would be an easier thing to get used to versus only having one arm.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So
But there is a lot of people who are a whole hell of a lot stronger of a person than I am.
that's very true.
So, who
Give me
knows?
the easy way out and take my leg.
Um,
I wouldn't know if that would be the easier way, but if I had to choose a ligament to get cut off, it would be my leg. Specifically, my left leg because of driving.
I was trying to figure out which leg had tattoos. I agree with the left leg. It's the right leg for the record that has tattoos.
You're preparing.
Yeah,
Don't
there.
get any tattoos on your left leg.
Eh, that's where I'll do all the stick and pokes.
True.
Don't pay for any tattoos on your left leg.
True. True.
I think the universe would spite me with making me lose my right arm, though. So
That's fair.
I probably deserve it at this point.
Really deserved it.
All right.
Oh, that's insane. That's great.
So I'm covering the dancing plague,
We love
and I'm
it.
going first because it's how the notes are written for the record.
That's fair.
It just happened to work out like that. Um, this one is so interesting to me because I'd rather lose my leg than have this happen to me. The left one though, the left one.
The left leg, not the right. Don't take the right.
So it was July 18 in the city of Strasbourg. It is, the 1500s, so like life kind of sucks for everybody,
Right.
especially when
Right.
you have no money or royalty. Um, don't ask me where Strasbourg is at because I didn't put that in the notes. It's
Strasbourg.
I could take an educated guess, but don't quote me.
Here, well,
Uh,
we'll let you know. Continue.
Out of nowhere, a woman named Fro Trophy walks into the street and she just started dancing. No music, no festival, uh, like nothing
Okay.
going on. She's just dancing in the streets, right?
It's in
And
France. That's what it
yeah,
says.
that makes sense. That would not have been my guess though. So again,
What
don't quote me.
would have been your guess?
Like one of the Nordic countries.
Okay, so it looks like it's in between, according to this map. It looks like it's in between like France and Germany, like halfway.
Okay, so Germany area would have been my second guess.
Okay. So it's in between France and Germany, like kind of France here, Germany here, there.
Okay, cool. So she just goes out in the streets, starts dancing, and
Okay.
apparently people were like super chill back then because they went, oh, okay,
It's like the
froze,
Footloose movie.
yeah, froze out in the street. That's the opposite of the Footloose movie,
Or no, they just start dancing randomly at random ass times.
right? But the whole basis of Footloose is that they didn't want people to dance. Again, thank the Christians.
I know, but they just start randomly dancing.
We can compare it to a flash mob.
Okay, there we go. Flash mob.
Okay,
A
so
a good part.
right. So the people were just like kind of chill about it. They're like, oh,
Right. They're like, okay,
froze out in the street dancing again.
there's there she goes again. There
There
she
goes
goes
the
again.
crackhead that I see each morning.
Each morning.
Um, so she's dancing, and the dancing goes on for days. She's not taking breaks. She's literally moving her body for days on end in the street.
Okay.
And then people started joining her.
Okay. Hocus pocus. Got it.
And within a week, there's dozens of people uh, in the streets dancing nonstop, no breaks, no food, no water, nothing, just dancing
Okay.
until they fucking collapse and die. By
All
mid
right.
July, reports, so that's 2 weeks, right? Reports say that
Right.
anywhere from 50 to 400 people were caught up in what the locals started calling by dancing mania. People were twitching, spinning, flailing, sometimes laughing, sometimes crying. Some accounts even say they were begging for help, but their bodies would not stop moving.
That's
It
crazy.
takes restless leg syndrome to a whole new meaning.
Oh, totally.
And how do you cure dancing?
How?
More dancing.
Got it.
Uh,
Fight
so
fire with fire.
right. So they the cities and the whatever we called cops in that part of the world back then thought that their solution was to bring in music and let
Hmm.
people dance it out. They hired
Okay.
musicians, they built a stage, and moved people to guild halls so they could keep dancing safely. Um, Spoiler alert, it did not help.
Clearly not.
People collapsed and died from exhaustion, dehydration, and heart attacks.
Okay.
Some historians say that dozens of people died, but the records are kind of fuzzy. But this went on for 2 months.
Crazy.
Isn't it?
If it happened in October, I would be concerned that the Sanderson sisters were there to get children.
Or uh, Stingy Jack?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Is that what we called him?
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, there's a couple theories. No one knows why it happened, but there's a couple theories. They think that a lot of it could have been that the city was just under insane like stress levels between
Mhm.
food shortages, disease, fear of punishment from God, Christians, uh, politicians. Um, they kind of think that it was like a psychological breakdown that kind of started
Yeah.
moving and like had a like a placebo effect on everyone else where it they saw it and they're like yeah that's better
Yeah,
than
sure, why not?
dealing with the fucking church, I guess. uh, the second theory is I think the most believable.
Mhm.
Awesome, love that. my
Awesome, love
my
it.
Apple ecosystem thought I said the AI bitch's name. So the second one is the one that I find the most believable, and that it was
Mhm.
ergot poisoning, which is what happens when like
Okay.
wheat crops go bad.
Mhm.
Um, or sorry, rye, and it kind of has like the same effect as LSD.
Okay.
So it's just a hallucinogenic,
Mhm.
and the theory is just pretty much that everyone ate the contaminated bread and
Yeah. I
had a
was
whole
literally
fucking trip.
right. As you were like saying that before you mentioned like the rye going bad, I was like, oh, thinking in my head, like, I mean, and I was gonna say it too, obviously, but like that it was something that they ate that went bad that caused things like that. Like my thought was kind of,
Like mushrooms.
I don't mushrooms or people making their own alcohol and like
Hmm.
underground alcohol, and then it kind of, I mean, if you don't do it correctly, you can create like a hallucinogenic
Yeah.
and do something like that.
So that one is the one that makes the most sense, but why would it last for 2 months? And like why would it be
Right.
like
Right.
such a organized flash mob?
Right.
Um the third one being the third theory being the religious panic or satanic panic, um,
Mhm.
or Saint Vitus's curse.
Okay.
And I guess back then people believed in a saint named Vitus who supposedly, allegedly, cursed sinners to dance uncontrollably. Some historians think the community might have believed that they'd angered Saint Vitus and that the dancing was their punishment.
Okay.
Christians.
Politicians.
Um, it could have been a little bit of everything, but
Yeah.
like let's be honest, the one that makes the most sense is a hallucinogenic of some sort, and like
Right. And then if they're
maybe
trying to like give them more food as they're dancing,
yeah, like trying to
it's
force
just
feed them or anything.
continuing. Yeah, it's just continuing it even further.
Um, by early September, so literally 2 months, it had
Hmm.
fizzled out. The city banned music and dancing, so footloose.
Footloose.
Um, and
Christians.
everything kind of slowly went back to normal. But it
Hmm.
wasn't a one-off thing. There were smaller ones that happened all over Europe between the 1300s and the 1600s. But
Hmm.
the people of the time called it choreomania, which is literally just dance madness.
Right.
It freaks historians out because it blurs the lines between disease, psychology, culture,
Hmm.
drugs, all of it.
Right.
Supernatural. It's. I feel like most historians probably tend to. I could be wrong, but they probably tend to lean one way or another when it
Hmm.
comes to the unknown, whether it
Right.
be a religion thing, a drug thing, a strictly textbook thing, which is like, I feel like the textbook one is kind of hard because a lot of it is a gigantic game of telephone.
Right. 'Cause, I
So,
mean, if you've ever played the game telephone, you know, like
right.
you say one thing and excuse me, and it ends up to be either something completely different or the same thing just twisted a little bit.
I have a theory that people believe that unicorns, like the where the unicorn came from was because people saw rhinoceri before they had like
Rhinoceros.
glasses, and they were like, that's a weird
Mhm.
looking fucking horse.
That's a weird look. That's a big ass horse.
And like it would make sense, and then you tell someone like, yeah, I saw this creature by the water and it had a horn, and then the next person, eventually you get to a horse with a horn. And
Right. Unicorn. It's a
yeah.
unicorn.
So I think I would rather lose my leg, but that's just me.
Just me. Well, and with your thing, with back in the times that it was, I'm pretty maybe it's later on, but castles, they used to have like literal your bathrooms, the ones that were high up, you would just shit in
Onto
the
the ground.
hole and it
Yeah.
would, yeah, onto the ground, splat. And it's next to like some people, there's pictures, which who knows how realistic the pictures are, could just be whatever, but that it's those castles next to like produce carts for people who were, I guess, on the poor side from then, and they would be selling those things. So it could just be like mushrooms, which soaked in shit, essentially.
Yeah. All right, I have a question for you. I'm done with my story, by the way.
Hmm.
I have a question for you. I need to look up the name of this thing first,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to know how you feel about it.
Do tell.
I'm trying to find the name. Do you know what a xylospongium is?
A holiday hoobie buddy?
Xylospongium.
No.
So it is a sea sponge that was literally just tied to the end of a stick,
Okay.
right?
Oh, and that's what they would use to wipe their butts with, huh? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But like they use like community ones.
Yep.
Have you seen the girl on TikTok who does that with her
Oh
family?
no. That's horrendous.
I cannot explain to you
That's
how much I would rather not wipe my ass than use the community sponge.
I mean, that they died of so many infections back then, like no wonder, because they were being unhygienic.
I don't remember if she had kids or not, but could you imagine wiping your ass with your the same. And
I
she
wouldn't want
shows
to
it
do it
in the
with,
water that it goes
no,
into.
it's disgusting.
I'm
It's
so
really
not okay with
shitty.
it. Quite literally.
I I don't even like see I've seen people do like, I mean, reusable paper towels, cool. Sounds great. I like that, I don't care. But I've seen people use or make reusable
Diapers?
toilet paper.
Oh.
No, toilet paper.
Equally as bad as diapers.
Equally as bad. So with the reusable diapers, it's not as bad as like reusable toilet paper. At least you're using it for only one person,
I
one
care.
baby.
That's true. I care
Not
way more about my own psychological well-being of never having to clean a reusable diaper, a cloth diaper, than I
right.
care
No.
about the fucking planet. Okay, I need to make that very clear. You have to you have to
Yeah,
scrape
you
it
have
out
to
before you wash it? Absolutely not.
yeah, you have to rinse it off into the toilet. I did not go that route. I know people who have gone that route and go them, but for me, no thank you. And there's diaper services that you can have, and you just wrap it up in a bag. You just the dirty diapers. They come and pick it up once a week and they drop it off once a week.
They better be getting paid insane amounts of money to deal with that
They
to deal with that shit quite literally.
they do. They get paid. It's pretty like there it's like a laundry service that comes and deals with it.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
all right. I need to be done with
Yeah.
this because it's awful.
Communal shit rag.
Communal shit sponge
That a sponge makes it so much worse, honestly,
on
than
a stick.
right. I've seen ones that it's not a sponge, but what the same idea, but it's like a tapestry for back then. It's
Disgusting.
quite literally like a just a tapestry that hangs for the house and you wipe your piss and shit with it.
Disgusting.
Okay, so let's get off that. But I did The Curse of the Black Pearl, or I mean, like Ghost Pirates and Gold Gone Wrong. Um, so have you ever heard of the phrase that not all treasure is silver and gold, mate?
No, I have not.
Well, in this case, it literally was, and it was all cursed as hell.
Love it.
So right. So today the we're talking about the actual like the curse of the Black Pearl and the movie that gave us skeleton pirates and a chest of Aztec gold.
And a jar
And
of
the
dirt.
most or and I've got a jar of dirt. And the most chaotic sea captain to ever sail across pulp culture, which is of course Captain Jack Sparrow. Yes, the man who made eyeliner cool before TikTok did.
So dumb.
Um Right? Eyeliner. Our story starts in Port Royal, Jamaica, when a mysterious black sailed ship known as the Black Pearl, they attacked towns in the dead of night, and during the chaos, the pirates would kidnap Elizabeth Swan. The pirates.
The pirate.
Pirates. The pirates would kidnap Elizabeth Swan, the governor's daughter, because she was wearing this gold medallion that, let's just say, is not from Claire's. Actually, and I have one from Claire's. When the movie was super big, I have one. Um, but it is one of 882 cursed Aztec coins that belonged to the crew of the Black Pearl, and whoever took the gold were doomed to live forever as undead. So in the daytime, they look human, but under the moonlight, bam, skeletons. So essentially, just like The Walking Dead,
Well, it's like the
walking and
entire movie, yeah.
talking. Right. Walking and talking and thirsty for rum, skeletons.
Yeah.
And right. And so here's what the whole deal is years earlier, Captain Hector Barbosa and his crew stole a chest of gold and they got hit with a divine level of you played yourself curse. So they can't eat, they can't drink, they can't feel, and they're trapped between life and death. I'm having a stroke. Life and death, craving things that they can never have. Words are hard today. Undiagnosed ADHD for the record.
So would you,
The ADHD is ADHD.
I'm also trying not to say the most horrible thing I've ever said. So we've already offended one disabled community today. I think we should stick to the just one today.
Hopefully we didn't offend too bad, because holy shit. That is not the intention, is to offend by any means.
We're not laughing at you. We're laughing with you. And if you're not laughing, you're part of the problem.
Right. They're trapped between life and death, not death. So they're craving things that they can never have. But they're basically the original, like, hungry but nothing sounds good. Me always.
Yeah,
Except for those rare little moments when I want butter noodles.
weird.
um The only way to break the curse is to return every single coin and repay the blood debt of every single thief. So, lucky for them, one of those coins somehow ended up with Elizabeth Swan. And now enters Will Turner, who is a blacksmith, and he's secretly in love with Elizabeth. And he's the son of one of Barbossa's cursed pirates.
Fun.
So he's gonna come and play Captain Save-A-Ho. He teams up with Captain Jack Sparrow, who's technically trying to save Elizabeth, but he mostly just wants his ship back because he wants his Black Pearl ship.
Yeah.
Together, they set off to find the Black Pearl, battling undead pirates, a bunch of double crossing, and Jack's questionable life choices along the way. And they end up at the, I want to say Isla, but Isla de Muerta, so the island of the dead, or the Isle de Muerta, which island of the dead.
Yeah.
So for the final showdown, and of course it happens all under a full moon, because why wouldn't it be dramatic
Yeah, why would it not?
like that? Right. So this is when they're under their, like, full effective skeletons. Um, in the final fight, Will uses his blood to repay his father's debts, returning the last coin and finally lifting the curse all of the from the ship. So Barbossa dies, and the skeletons return to their original flesh. And Jack Sparrow, in the peak of Jack Sparrow fashion, he somehow escapes execution and sails off into the sunset with a grin and a hat and probably somebody else's ship. But when the Curse of the Black Pearls hit the theaters in 2003, it was an instant hit and over $650 million at the box office, and a complete reveal of the pirate genre. It spawned multiple sequels and inspired them to do, like, theme parks, and it gave us one of the most quotable movie character lines of all time. But why is the rum gone?
I've got a jar of
But
dirt.
dirt, I've got a jar of dirt. And the fun fact, the whole story actually started as a Disney ride and not the other way around.
I did
So
know
they
that.
based it, yeah, so they based it off of the ride.
I
And
can vividly smell the Pirates of the Caribbean ride.
they made a candle.
I kind of want that.
Right, they made a candle of the smell of inside of that. I saw somebody drink it too and get insanely sick,
I thought you were talking
which
about the candle.
valid. No, 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 they drink the water.
Yeah,
And then they probably started dancing.
honestly.
Um, Johnny Depp even modeled for Jack Sparrow after Keith Richards from the Rolling Stones, which, I mean, of course, you're not going to be able to unsee that now,
Nope.
right? So, moral of the story, just don't steal Aztec gold. Don't trust pirates with eyeliner. And if a mysterious coins ever shows up in your jewelry box, just don't wear it to bed.
To
Just don't.
piggyback off of what you said, don't trust any man in eyeliner. That's just me.
I'm gonna, I'm just gonna say that out loud.
What the fuck else was I gonna say? Don't take anything from sacred lands, and that includes Hawaii.
Right.
You dumb tourist motherfuckers, stop taking shit from sacred lands. That goes for
Yes.
lava rocks, that goes for petrified wood.
Sand.
Don't
Even
do
the
it.
sand.
Or actually do it.
Yeah.
I don't care. You don't do it though.
Right. I will not do it. I know that all too well. No thanks.
Fun. With that being said, I think this is probably a good stopping point for the recording, anyways.
Right?
So, what do we learn today? Left leg preferably. Great.
Left leg preferably.
Graveyards are attached to churches. If you're gonna cut your arm in half, do it
This
hamburger
way,
style,
not
not
this
hot dog
way.
style. And don't take shit from sacred lands.
Right. Don't take shit from sacred lands.
You're welcome. Those are the 4 cardinal rules to follow in life.
Don't be a shitty person. And if somebody calls and asks for baby formula, try and help them.
Yeah, do what you can. And if that means that you can't afford baby formula, try and help them find someone who can.
Right.
All
And
right.
left leg preferably.
Left leg preferably. I think men feel the same way about something else as well.